Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today in this video, I'm going to go over something that people don't really talk about too much. That is the topic of looks and why looks matters. A lot of people like to avoid that topic. They try to claim that it's all about personality, it's all about your character, all that kind of stuff. And although that is pretty true, looks is always going to be the prerequisite for people to even get to know your character. The chances of someone of the opposite sex, your future girlfriend, your future wife, even getting to know your beautiful personality is going to be out of the window. So in this video, I'm going to touch on why looks does matter, and I'm going to share a little bit of my personal story behind this topic. So growing up, I never gave a shit about how I looked. I was the kind of kid in school that dressed really bummy. You know, the family I came from, nobody was really paying too much attention to how I was dressed. As long as I had clothes, that's all that mattered. I thought I was ugly my whole life. And the reason I thought that was because I didn't really get feedback throughout my life that I was attractive. One haircut started the evolution of my self-development journey as far as physically. I started, dressing nicer. I started looking into different hairstyles, different hair products, looking into fashion, investing more in my appearance. And now that I've gotten older and I look back, I've kind of made my own philosophy on this topic of looks. If it matters, it doesn't matter, all this kind of stuff. I want you to look at this product right here. This is just face wash that is in a box that I sell here at my shop. If you look at this face wash, you can see that the company, they packaged it properly. It's in a nice box. There's nice colors. There's nice font on it. There's a little description on what the product does, the ingredients, all that kind of stuff. Now, if you saw this package in a store versus if you saw a package that looked very ugly, was damaged, was messed up, was dirty, which face wash would you probably gravitate towards or try to pick up and look at and check out and read the ingredients on? Obviously, it's going to be the one that's better packaged. And a lot of companies invest a lot of time and money developing the packaging and the presentation of their products. And if you don't believe this, you can look into Apple and you can see how much money and how much effort Apple put behind their packaging, behind their marketing of their product, behind the presentation of their product.
Impute is the central idea behind Apple's packaging strategy. Quote, people do judge a book by its cover. We may have the best product, the highest quality, the most useful software, etc. If we present them in a slipshod manner, they will be perceived as slipshod. If we present them in a creative, professional manner, we will impute the desired qualities. Steve Jobs and Johnny Ive, Apple's former chief design officer, both embraced this philosophy and saw packaging, a seemingly mundane thing, as a core part of it.
People do judge a book by its cover. People tend to urge people to look beyond the cover, but it's human nature at the end of the day. And you can't really argue human nature. You can judge it, morally judge it, and say it's wrong, say it's right, whatever you want to say. But in the end of the day, humans have always judged a book by its cover, and they always will judge a book by its cover. And if you think about it to a degree, it does make sense to why they judge books by its cover. Why do they do it? Well, it saves them time. That's why. There's not enough time for someone to open up something with a shitty package and test the product every single time just to give it a shot, just to see if it actually is a good product beyond the shitty packaging on the outside. People are going to take it for face value. They don't have enough time. They want to make a decision quickly, and they want to look at it from the outside. If the outside checks out, okay, cool, let's get to the next level. Let's get to know the product at a deeper level. If you look at yourself as a product every day when you're walking out of your place and you're walking outside, this is specifically when I'm talking about dating and attracting women. Your presentation, the way you carry yourself, the way you dress, that is pretty much the prerequisite to them giving you the first opportunity to get to know you at a deeper level. The same way how the packaging on a product in a store is a prerequisite for you to pick it up and start reading the ingredients and start reading what the product's about. Now, if you smell like shit and you look like shit and your hair's like shit, is there going to be some girls that's going to still give you a shot and try to get to know you and think that you have a good personality? I'm sure you could probably find a girl or two that's going to do that, but we both know that the majority of women are probably going to turn you down right from the get-go because of the way you presented yourself. And do I blame them? Not really, because I think that subconsciously the way you present yourself says a lot about you in a subconscious way. If you're somebody who doesn't put effort into the way they dress. If you don't put an effort in grooming yourself, if you don't put an effort in dressing nice. And dressing nice doesn't necessarily mean expensive either. A lot of people get that misconception that it's being superficial, or I don't have enough money to dress nice. If you want to see how to dress nice under a budget, you can click my video. I did an outfit challenge for $100. You can watch that. So dressing nice and looking presentable isn't a bougie thing, isn't a fancy thing. Dressing nice and looking good is something anybody can do. I've seen poor people be more presentable than a guy who has money sometimes. And when you show yourself as presentable when you go out into the world, it says a lot about you in such a short amount of time. It says that you take care of yourself. It shows how clean you are. It shows how much effort you put into yourself, how much you care for yourself. And that's directly reflective of how much care and attention and effort you can put into the woman that you're with. So all this stuff is a lot of like subconscious things going on in an instant moment when someone looks at you and how you're presenting yourself. So when you actually break it down and you look at it at a deeper level, you see that there's actually a lot more layers and a lot more meaning and a lot more communication that you're doing based off how you dress. It's not just like a judge a book by its cover. It's not just like a superficial thing. There's a lot of things that communicates to the other person. So looking at it this way, looking at it a deeper way, you start to see that it's not just a superficial thing. There is some logic to the statement of judging a book by its cover. Present yourself nice, look clean, take care of your hair, take care of your beard, smell good. And if you ever get lost about this topic or ever have a misunderstanding revolving this, always reflect back to the first point I made, that the way you look, the way you present yourself is a prerequisite for a lot of girls getting to know your personality at a deeper level. The same way how the packaging of a product, the presentation of it is a prerequisite for you getting to know the product, testing it out, even buying it and spending money on it. Anyways, guys, that's just kind of like a in the moment topic I wanted to talk about. I hope I made some sense in that video. If you guys have any questions, comment down below and let me know what other kind of philosophical videos you guys want me to make. Also, if you guys can, check out my Instagram page here. I'm actually an artist half the time too, so this is actually my part-time gig. I am trying to become an artist full-time, so definitely check out my art. Give me a follow on Instagram too if you can, and I'll see you guys next time.